Sabri Suby joins me now in the studio.
I really look at business as an incredible vehicle to really make good and make change in the world.
You're a firm believer in value-based marketing and using high-value content offers, right? Can you explain a little bit more to our listeners what that is and if you've got any examples?
Yeah, sure. So basically, the whole premise of value-based marketing as a concept is to leave your prospects better than when you found them. And to make sure that your advertising in itself is of value. Because if you look at, conversion rates, if you look at the effectiveness of advertising, just pick a channel, right? We'll pick Facebook. If you've got an ad that's got a 1% CTR at scale, you're doing a good job. That means that 99% of people are not clicking on your ad. And then out of those 1% that you do get to click your ad, if you're running a normal style advertisement to a landing page that basically offers to sell something to somebody, i.e. get a quote, get in touch with us, or buy some stuff, you're gonna be lucky to be converting at 1 to 5%, right? On the lead gen side, 5%, on the e-commerce side, 1%. Meaning that out of the 1% of people that clicked your ad, that you're then losing the other 95% immediately because you're asking them to marry you at first sight. And there's no foreplay or romance going on there. You're going straight down to the proposal. You can get a disproportionate amount of response by just providing those people with value that are open to receiving information about this, but aren't in the market to buy right now. Because you're not jumping on Google, searching for something like mortgage brokers for fun on a Friday night. You've got a problem, right? Yeah. But still, you're gonna be lucky to convert 5 of those people into a lead because it's just too much of a commitment. It's too threatening of an offer too early in the sales cycle. What we have found is that by leading with value in everything that you do, from the ad itself to the opt-in page to the whole sales cycle, just that one strategy alone can 5x the number of sales that you make, because you're gonna get 5 times the amount of people opting in to receive something like a high value content offer than you are to somebody that says, yeah, get a salesperson to speak to me about getting a quote. And then over time that compounds, and I'm a firm believer is that you're compensated by a percentage of the value creation that you provide into your market. And if the only value that you provide to your market is to people that you convert into customers, you're never going to be able to add as much value as me, because I'm adding value to everyone, even my prospects, and then I get a percentage of that goodwill that I create.
Do you not think there's a lot of business out there who kind of don't want to do that because they don't see the point of it, and they see like, oh, well, if I give this free content away or value content, what am I actually getting back? And they're a little bit selfish, shall I say, or they want it quick. They want a quick win. They don't understand this kind of, you've got to be patient to give that value back.
Yeah, you're right, they're selfish. That's what they are, right? And the thing is that their selfishness is resulting in them getting less of the thing that it is that they want.
The desire.
Yeah, which is the more customers and more revenue for their business. And they're being very short-sighted. That's the old school way of selling. Like, the information is hoarded by the salesperson who keeps it all under their jacket and only shows you it once you engage with them, right? In the B2B world, like 76% of a decision is made before the time the prospect actually reach out to speak to your sales team. So if I'm controlling all of that information before they even reach out, because people are enabled now, there's just so much more information out there. They're watching YouTube videos, they're reading reviews, they're shopping around, they're doing as much as they can before engaging with a sales professional. So if you're not giving anything out on the front end, but then there's a guy like me that is, when it comes time to buy, who do you think they're calling? Yeah, they're calling me. So you're not even in that conversation because you were being selfish and not wanting to provide value because it didn't serve you as a first order consequence.
Yeah, I guess this ties nicely into the concept of larger market formula, which you talk about as well. Can you just go into that a little bit as well? How does that fit in?
Yeah, sure. So basically, like in any given market, 3% of that market is looking to buy right now. We had a look at these stats, not only on the front end from like the numbers that we were just talking about in terms of like most websites converting, at 3% on average, you're missing out 97% of people there, but then also looking at the bank of leads that actually convert and at what time period that they convert. Like we're in a very unique position where, we've generated our clients over $1.3 billion in sales. When you do that, you generate, a lot of leads and a lot of traffic, and there is a lot of data to look at and to analyze. So we found that 3% of any given market is looking to buy right now. They're the people that we call hyperactive buyers, and they're the people that everyone spends 100% of their time on. They're the guys that are looking to get a quote right now. But then there's a further 17% of people that are what we call like window shoppers. They're in information gathering mode. They're not going to respond to a message that is get a quote or speak with our team. They're not there yet. They don't want to do that. They don't want a real estate hounding them or a mortgage broker relentlessly following up with them. Or you pick the industry, right? Whatever it is. Like people are dodging calls from their friends and family members, let alone salespeople, right? No one wants to pick up their telephone these days, right? So if that's the road that you're going down, then you're gonna have a very hard time of going down that road. So you want to be leading with, you got 17% of people that are in information gathering mode. And as you go down like the rest of the pyramid, it just gets colder and colder of people that are just less aware of what it is that you're doing. Right? So what we found is that you want to craft marketing messages that speak not to just the 3% that you will get. You're going to get those guys anyway, the hyperactive buyers, but you're also going to be speaking to that 17% and the further rest of the pyramid that aren't looking to buy right now. And that's where the greatest opportunity to scale most businesses are.
Let's say they understand that and they've got the mindset and they're looking at it from, the not just the 3%, the 17% and the 30%. And they're doing that. Do you think then a lot of businesses forget the bit of, okay, then analyzing that data and that insights and then using that data to go back to that front end? Like they just forget about all the statistics and the data side, if that makes sense.
Yeah. The thing that I see more often than not is that like a lot of people have tried doing the stuff that I'm talking about, right? And they'll be like, oh, I gave away free report and I didn't have a line of people throwing money at me. And it's like, there's value-based marketing and then there's salesmanship. And you can't just give away information and expect people to buy. That's when the next part of it comes in, which is, the strategy that I've really, I guess, become famous for, which is the Godfather Strategy. And it's to make an offer that is just so irresistible that your prospects can't say no to it. And that's how you capture the 3% and then the further 30% outside of that to actually respond to your messaging. And it also, there's so many things that tie into why this strategy is just so brutally effective. It's like if you have a look at all the stuff that's happening on Facebook right now and on Google and all this cookieless world that we're moving into, it's like I move people off those platforms and onto my database as quickly as possible because then I own that traffic. Then I can tell those people whatever I want. Right? I can message them whenever I want. I can build a relationship. I can bombard them with value as much as I want. But the moment that you're living and dying by just the response of the people on that platform, that very short-lived interaction of them wanting to buy right now, you're at the mercy of those ad platforms and they can just take your business out overnight. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. We're dropping a video like this almost every single day on YouTube. And if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments box below with hashtag HeySabri, and I'll do my best to get in there and get that answered.